Welcome to the Vinyl Hustle, December 2021. We made it. Can you believe it? On today's episode, we're going to talk about a collection we bought last weekend. Mostly classic rock, blues, and jazz, all the good stuff. Brando's picked out a record for the unique find, and it's an original pressing of Daft Punk's second album, Discovery. And for the charity autograph series, we've got a compilation album from the Dirty Nil, Canadian punk rock. Then we got the bargain pick of the week. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. Stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in to the Vinyl Hustle at Music Record Shop. Hey everyone, wanted to share with you a collection we bought last weekend. It's mostly classic rock, blues, and jazz. I especially wanted to feature this Luther Allison album. It's his first album, released in 1969, called Love Me Mama. Luther Allison was born down in Arkansas, Mayflower, Arkansas. But then his family moved to Chicago in 1951. And fun fact, he was classmates with Muddy Waters' son. He then got famous playing with Freddie King and Howlin' Wolf and Otis Rush, those guys. Now this album was, like I said, his first, and it was on the Del Mark label, which is kind of cool to St. Louis because that label started here on, you guessed it, the Del Mar Street. And it was called Del Mar when it was here in St. Louis, and then they added the K when they moved to Chicago. This guy, Bob Coaster, he went to school here in St. Louis and got really into jazz. And he opened a record shop with his friend called Blue Note Records, 1952, something like that. And then a year later, in 1953, they broke up because of personal differences. And he opened another record shop, Del Mar Records. It says in between Olive and Del Mar, or at the corner of Del Mar and Olive Streets. Not really sure where they intersect, but Music Record Shop is literally right in between Olive and Del Mar, so probably somewhere around here. And he recorded one local band called the Windy City Six, I think, and then went on to record a lot of other local talent and moved to Chicago and recorded all the blues greats, including Luther Allison and that debut album Love Me Mama. Now there's a lot more stuff in here, as you can see, this collection. A lot of Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Wonder, Eric Clapton. That Stone Temple Pilots purple, you might have saw at the beginning there, is the purple vinyl. So that's a pretty rare one. But we also got Van Halen, U2, Squeeze, a lot of John Mayall. As you can see, The Cult. Come check it out at Music Record Shop, 3116 Locust in Midtown St. Louis.
Time for another unique find, and this week for you we have Daft Punk with their album Discovery. This is the second studio album for the duo, and their first departure from their original Chicago house sound to a more disco, garage house, R&B type of flavor. It was released in March 2001, and band member Thomas Bangalter describes this album as a reflection of the duo's childhood memories of music with a more playful and innocent viewpoint. The album also inspired the duo to adopt robot costumes, claiming that an accident occurred in the studio that turned them into robots. Well, the robot transformation and the music allowed Discovery to become a critical and commercial success, producing 6 singles, with One More Time being the most successful, becoming a club hit. It's listed at number 236 in Rolling Stone's 500 Greatest Albums of All Time. If you'd like to add this to your collection and possibly attain robot status yourself, then program yourself to get on down to Music Record Shop at 3116 Locust Street in St. Louis or online at musicrecordshop.com.
This week's charity autograph series comes to you from the Dirty Nil from Ontario, Canada. They've been putting out rock and roll records, punk, pop, all that kind of stuff since 2006. They perform all over the place. They even opened for The Who one time, which is pretty cool. They got 3 studio albums out, but this one that they signed is pretty cool because it's compilation records of their early singles and EP tracks. It's called Minimum R&B, so it's a little different than the other studio albums. They came through town about a week ago, and they were nice enough to sign for us and Kids Rock Cancer. Again, $5 of each one sold goes to Kids Rock Cancer. So come and get your copy today here at Music Record Shop or at musicrecordshop.com. Thanks. Finally, the bargain pick of the week, Mr. Barry White with his album No Limit on Love. We all know who Barry White is. He's got a very distinctive, deep, romantic voice. He grew up in Texas. He was born in Texas, grew up in Los Angeles. As you can see, this album's got some water damage, and it's not in the best condition, so that's why it's only $1 here at the shop. No Limit on Love came out in 1974. It's not a studio album. It's actually Barry White's first compilation album and his only album on the Supremacy label. He went on to have probably 20 more compilation albums, and I think he had 20 studio albums altogether. The cool thing about this one, I thought, is several songs are by the Barry White Orchestra, and they're just instrumental songs. I want to leave you with one of those. It's called Where Can I Turn To? Thanks for tuning in to The Vinyl Hustle. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe. We'll see you at the record store.